Upon entering the program at Concord, I had heard great things, but it was a totally different, it's another thing to be actually in the program. And once I got here, I knew it was absolutely the place I needed to be.
The benefit of it for incoming students is it's so wide-ranging in its application. Whatever business you're going into, communication is going to be an asset. To add that to technical know-how in our broadcasting or journalism or PR, and you have a really powerful combination. Not only are you learning technique, but you're learning theory, why that happens, and you're learning a little bit about the ethics behind it. With that theory, I think that's where the rubber hits the road for a lot of people and they don't even see it. It's about knowing why you're doing it, being able to do way more than that because you have the theory to be able to do it, and being able to know how to do that well.
The entrance into our program is by audition, because we want to make sure that anybody that manages to stay in the program for 4 years is able to go to graduate school or ultimately get a job.
We spend a couple hours each day, the actors working on the sets and the lights. So we're essentially, the people who are on the stage built the show.
Everybody in our program has to be hands-on for every production. We don't want to crank out big numbers, we want to turn out quality students.
There isn't just a specific track for each aspect of theater. Like, you can't just study acting, you can't just study lights or set. We do it all.
We're up against some pretty heady competition, and I'm pleased to say that our students compete very well on that level. Our program is, I think, one of the premier performing arts programs in the area. We just had a student that was admitted to the graduate program at Ohio University. We've had a student that has been graduated from Circle in the Square in New York. So once again, with a program as small and as focused as ours, we've had a great deal of success.
Here at Concord, we offer the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Arts with a concentration in public relations. And in those courses, we try to give students a background in theory as well as practice, so that students learn about the theory behind the works. So they learn why we do what we do. We have some students that go through the program, then they go to graduate school, some of them end up teaching, some of them end up working in recruiting for other colleges or universities, and we have some students who have actually majored in the broadcasting concentration or theater. So here at Concord, we do focus on the communication element of public relations. At the end of the day, it's about building relationships.
The Concordant is a student-produced newspaper here at Concord University, and what that allows students to do is come into an environment where they're actually creating a product for the student body. Students learn web skills. We actually have an online newspaper, so we have a webmaster. Students also learn layout skills using a program called InDesign, which we lay the newspaper out each week with. And students also learn photography skills when they take pictures for various stories.
We train students so that they can go out in the world and compete with any other institution's graduates and work in a market such as CNN, ABC, NBC. We don't train them just to be able to get a job, but we train them in the most advanced digital systems we have so they can compete.
Broadcasting offers the student the opportunity to focus on artistic expression by producing
experimental videos,
narratives.
And what are you going to do about it?
You are a terrible person, and I am not going to let you hurt her.
Or documentaries.
Of old West Virginia lies a small town with a storied past.
All of our broadcasting professors work closely with us,
so we can gain the expertise that will benefit our career goals.
Broadcasting at Concord establishes a correlation between how to and why.
I think some people call it a hands-on approach with theoretical overviews.
Which is what it is. We call it a well-rounded education.
In communication arts.
The whole point to the workshop is to have the students get a hands-on feel for production work. The newscast is broadcast statewide to a potential audience of anywhere between 200,000 and 300,000 people. The technology that we have here is very cutting edge, and the students have access to this technology from day one. We rival many of the broadcast facilities in this part of the state. The staff here at Concord really will take the time to sit down with a student, go over any problems they may be having. We have several students that have gone through the program. They've been in the workshop, they've had the hands-on experience, and immediately out of school they've picked up employment at broadcast stations here locally as well as out of state.
You're listening to WCUR, Concord University Radio, from Athens.
The radio station is run solely by student workers who are in the Communication Arts Workshop. We do not limit the students to what they have to do. They can express themselves and learn as they go.
I would like the students to come visit us and spend a day with us, come to the classrooms and see if they like this atmosphere. And I think a lot of them would because of the friendliness of it, the closeness, the small classes, availability of instruction as needed on an individual basis is a very special thing, and I think we have that here.